Probably a little bit grumpy for the start of this trip. He was a bit like me. He'd rather just go straight out in the deep water, get into the brindles, fill the boat up and get home.
Red crays. Hate 'em.
Squizzy and Tabor are going to need a lot of pot luck, especially with an attitude like that.
Swell makes them. Yeah, your pots in there, you can kiss them goodbye, because you ain't getting them back. Even though still pots here, you'll get them back, they'll look like pancakes. If you get them back at all.
The swell at Port Davey is strong. It's pushing 8 metres, and that's way too big to hunt for lobsters. Skipper Clive is waiting it out in Whalers Cove.
Yeah, I'm pretty desperate. It's starting to get a bit frustrating. Really need to get out there and start fishing, but we can't control the weather. We're at the mercy of the weather gods.
The crew has inched its way to 108 lobsters. But stormy weather and heavy rain has forced tons of fresh water into the bay. And if any of it gets into Clive's lobster tank, the entire catch may be infected and die. Rock lobsters can't survive in fresh water.
I've really got to keep an eye on the fish in my well. I've gone to all this trouble to get what I've got. I don't want to lose them.
We're just going to check on them, Zach, make sure that they're all right. You know, We've been sitting here, there's been a little bit of fresh water getting around, but I'm pretty confident. Yep. It's all been blowing that way. The river mouth's up over there, and the other one's up there, so any fresh water should be over the other side of the bay.
Clive needs to know the lobsters are healthy. If there's fresh water in his tanks, the entire trip will be for nothing.
Yep. And we'll just check on it and make sure.
The Bolt contender has reached Port Davey. Squizzy needs 45 lobsters just to break even, but it's not going well.
I wish all of them were size.
The number of legally sized male lobsters is low.
Octopus.
The lobstermen's nemesis strikes again.
The poor old rock lobster, he absolutely gets the life sucked out of him by the octopus. Another octopus, Tabes. Big one too. Looks big anyway. I hate octopus, especially when we're catching stuff all. Saved that one. Didn't get that one. He's only just got in there, has he? This one looks like he's only just got in the pot, so he hasn't killed any. So
got a fair bit of damage, though.
See how they do the damage? So you see the 3 legs are missing, one on that side. So now even when that rock lobster grows, it's going to be worthless anyway. We keep the octopus. We get about $8, $9 a kilo for them, so it is something. Something's better than nothing, I suppose, especially when they kill a $100 lobster. Best way to kill an octopus is just cut its head straight off, blow its eyes. That's the quickest way. Straight off. Don't muck around with it.
He's good hockey, actually. He'll be about 4 kilo. All his legs are edible.
This is all we're getting, octopus. At least we're getting a couple of bucks, I suppose, but they're costing us a heap of money. The way these octopus are coming up, I think they're stuck to the bottom of the boat. Octopus, Tabes! Octopus! There's another one! He's killed a size cray, this one.
Put it at.
The stress levels are just rising flat out.
16 pots and 3 ockies is not a good average.
That's a size cray. Worthless.
The bold contender needs to get in close to shore, but Squizzy's not keen. He had a nightmare experience fishing around the rocks when he was working as a deckhand. It haunts him still.
What's been the scariest things happened to you at sea, Squiz?
Well, that'll go back to my days as a deckhand on the Mιναμούρα when we got wiped out by them 3 waves off the Mole Cay.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
And It was just rough and horrible, and heart was going. Ripped off one arm, ripped off the second arm. That's paravane arms.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Put my arms around the pot hauler and looked out, and I couldn't tell if I was still on the boat or in the water.
Yeah. What?
Yep. Had the dinghy on the back, TriStar, brand new, and it folded over the gunnel. That's how powerful they were.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You can see why I like fishing out wide. Someone was looking after us that day because we shouldn't have come out. That's that simple. We should have been all dead.
A large swell is moving east towards King Island. And that's where the crew of the William Norling is hunting.
There's another front coming. He's got 40 knots in. Then there's one straight behind him again that looks westerly, west-northwest for the rest of our lives. Nothing's changed. Swell's going to build again tonight to, what, 5 metres? No, it's just opals. Just opals.
Their last shot produced 35 cracking lobsters. But it looks like the weather could once again stop them in their tracks.
You know, the outlook of the weather's poor. Look, head down, bum up. I've just got to make it happen. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Yeah. At the end of the day, I suppose you just got to think, well, there's always someone else worse off in the world, isn't there? So we have got 502 crays. So
Only 98 to go until they reach their target of 600.
Got to start somewhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Richo nearly got me. It's not the farmers on the land, you know, with the drought and stuff. They're hanging in there because they're optimistic, you know. Take my hat off to them. This should have some praise, Richo. If it knows what's good for it. You've got to be optimistic, you know. If you weren't positive, you wouldn't be a fisherman. Beautiful looking crays, yeah. Big fat claws on them and legs and just beautiful. Is that big enough? No, we want bigger. We want bigger. We always want bigger.
Nice bit of meat.
Ah, they'll fill the hole nice and quick, Richo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 6 pots up with 11 fish. 25 kilos, so you know, it's $2,400, is it? Something like that. That's a nice little kick on at the start. Just maintain the rage. 600 crays, she's just round the corner, and I can smell it.
All this work for nothing.
Squizzy and Tabor are pushing themselves hard, but their effort is not paying off. Like the Minimuura, the rough sea is affecting their catch rate.
Don't care, we've got a size one.
Squizzy wanted to land 400 kilos in 5 days. Seemed simple enough on paper. He bagged more than 700 kilos of brindles on his last 5-day trip. But at this rate, well, he'll be out here for weeks.
Just got to keep trying and trying and trying. It's just going to take a lot longer than what I'm used to. I'm starting to think I should have just stayed at home. Saved on costs.
Deckhand Tabor's wage is based on a percentage of the haul. If Squizzy wins, Tabor wins. If Squizzy fails, Tabor fails too. And doesn't he know it?
Give it 4 days this crap and then you'll see attitude.
They're both feeling the pressure.
There's another empty pot. This is just getting better and better. When you see pots come up like that, all that means is you've spent money. We're just scratching here. We're getting blank pots. This is why I don't fish reds. You just don't catch the numbers of reds when the swell's up. You need that swell to go back. It's that simple. Time to count today's catch. See, that one there is not good enough to keep. Missing legs, second grade, So we'll let him go. You'd never ever get sick of measuring size crays into the tank. 37. Loser. Loser.
Heavy rain has forced tons of fresh water into Whalers Cove.
See, there's a little bit of a tinge, but that could be like also the sand's a little bit stirred up in here.
If fresh water gets into Clive's lobster tank, he could lose his entire catch.
I'm continuing to watch the water. It's getting darker, which means there's more and more fresh water. If I lose those fish, I've just lost 4 or 5 days of fishing. I don't think we can stay here any longer. We've got to move.
Wind's dropped out and the fresh water's starting to be a bit more predominant here in the anchorage, so we can't stay here, for otherwise we could run the risk of drowning our crayfish that we've got already.
Yeah, we'll keep these crays happy and we'll hopefully get them some more friends.
Skipper Clive has changed tack and motored to a new location called Svenna Point.
I'm really trying to get in to catch those fish, and the swell's just hampering every effort that I'm trying to get at them. So it's frustrating. I've got to target those big red fish because that's what the market's paying the price for. I've just got to keep trying.
There's hardly any wind, but that swell needs to go back a bit for us, eh?
Yeah, another couple of metres would be nice, wouldn't it? If it goes back.
About another 4 metres.
Time is money, and they're fast running out of both.
We've got a bit of a window here, so we're playing catch-up now.
Righto, Zach.
Hoping that we at least get 60 a shot at